Today, I finally decided to make my copycat version of the Bodabra. You know, that decorative bowl maker? I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and so I found the perfect piece of cardboard. Yes, I said cardboard. It was lying in my garage waiting. If you've ever watched any of my videos, you will know that I like working with cardboard, paper, and foam board. It is a love that formed unnoticed and evolved over time. From the garage, I picked up my cardboard and made my way back inside and downstairs to the basement.
Ooh, I guess I have some cleaning to do. Ooh, oh well.
This is my hobby space that I share with my laundry room. So it can often appear disorganized, and today it appears just so. I will tell you one thing, and that is I tend to be a very organized person, but I'll forget where I put things, especially if I haven't used them in a long time. And for the past few months, I have not been using my hobby space much. I have been dropping things here and there with the intention of cleaning up later. I guess today's that day. It wasn't so much the mess that I was concerned about, it was knowing that there was a possibility that I would not be able to find things such as my utility knife, a measuring tape, or even my glue sticks. I did not want to be in that position while making my copycat Odabra. You all know how it is. You don't have to be creating something to understand, right? But picture yourself getting ready to go on a hot, hot date and not being able to find that special something like that bra or that tie. It can be very aggravating. For me, my mind reflects my surroundings. And so if I find myself in a disorganized space, that means that my mind will be the same. And I will not be able to perform any tasks. My solution is that before I even start, I must tidy up first. Now, here's the difference. I cannot start work in chaos, but I can create chaos while I work and be okay. But I must tidy up afterwards so that I don't come back to the same mess. Wow. My priority really was organizing my drawers. The general cleanup would be pretty easy, but time consuming. I have these plastic drawers here that contain my fabrics, tools, and an array of whatnots. Not being able to find where everything was at the snap of a finger would drive me bonkers, and so I went to work pulling things apart. This is what happened. So I will be weeding, sorting, cleaning, and organizing these very messy drawers.
I've removed everything from the drawers. My furnace is going on again. I've removed everything from the drawers and left what needs to be left inside, and everything else is on the floor. And I'm gonna weed through them and donate or throw out. I didn't know I had so many things in there. Happy New Year.
I forgot I had these. I ended up buying more. I even have plastic grapes. They look good enough to eat though. This is me earlier while I was having second thoughts of what to keep and what to give up. Okay, I caved, but ever so slightly. I kept the books and a couple of dowels. I thought maybe I'll need the dowels for something. And the books, well, I want to look through them just one more time, just to be sure. I would hate to later have an attack of donor's remorse.
So I'm gonna finish up the basement later, but right now I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I only have a few more minutes before I head out for work. So that's it.
This is a part of the floor where I dumped everything out. And also, just notice how when you're cleaning, often the junk gets carried out into the next room. So you have to remember that that can happen. And also, all those balloons there, those balloons are from my birthday. Okay, back into the laundry slash everything room. Look at that. I organized all my drawers, my plastic drawers. Oh, wow, beautiful. These are my beads. I've arranged everything my styrofoam balls, my yarn. Oh, and all my balloons. Oh, my goodness. And my streamers. I have a lot of parties. Oh, gosh, look at that. Look, that's a mess. Will I ever get done? I'm kind of worried. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so this is my craft shelf made from foam board. It collapsed, so I'm going to fix it. So as you know, whenever you are cleaning and organizing, there's always something you're going to come across that's in need of repair, and that's just the way it goes. So I'm just going to fix this.
And of course, as I just stated, when you're cleaning and organizing, you're going to come across things that are in need of repair. So I used these 8-inch and 9-inch plates to make circles for my top portion. You could see the circular area for the caps, the scrub caps, which I made for my coworker during that not so nice time in 2021. Should I get rid of this head and the cap? I think not. I'm going to keep it. And by the way, when you're making your markings around your fabric, you can use some soap. I found this soap. Don't throw it out, and it can be washed out. I am going to place this broken handle so that I can continue to use it for that purpose. And now I can put my dishes away. You have to fix things, and there's some things that you just don't want to throw away. Okay, so this one I had to glue it back together. The one above here is just sitting without any support from a glue. So now I'm going to put everything back on. Don't forget to clean. When you're moving things away from an area that's been sitting there for a while, it is very important to clean. Wouldn't you agree? Right? I love using a toothbrush. Sometimes you can get them longer. The bristles can be a little longer. And you can just clean the areas that are difficult to reach, right? And you can also use these. They can get into surfaces too that are your fingers and a cloth can't reach, all right? Okay. I am using Bristol board to make a quick storage space to store my dowels, rulers, and other long, lightweight items. This is just a simple idea I made up on a whim. It's basically sticking or taping two Bristol board together and then rolling them so that they both meet in the middle from either end. And they form two separate compartments. They're taped up with masking tape, my favorite type of tape. And that's it. Very simple. I can't recall if I mentioned this earlier, but anyway, these tubes will be placed at the back of my plastic drawers and placed up against my unfinished walls in the basement. So they don't need to look pretty. I'm going to leave it as is with the tape on it. I don't need any special embellishments. You don't have to do this, of course, but I just need a spot where I can store my dowels where they're out of sight and they won't be sticking up all over the place and be seen. I'm going to use double-sided tape to mount this tube. Now, double-sided tape can be very temperamental, sticking for very long periods with some material and others only for a short time. So be very mindful of the material you're using it on or with. And I've already put two on. I put on the fourth and the fifth. And I'm going to stick it on now. So just have to peel off the backing. And then I'm going to stick on the back part here. Let's hope that stays on. I'll let you know if it doesn't. I have my shelving for my beads, nice and neat. So everything is a lot neater than it was before. I am really happy. I have organized all my ribbons in my boxes. My craft table over there is nice and neat. My cutting station over here is nice and neat. My fabric drawer is neat. You can see right through it, right? Because it's plastic, of course. Nice and neat. And the room outside of my workstation and laundry room is also nice and neat.
I spend a lot of time in this room, not just for crafts, but also for laundry. And the walls aren't the most attractive. And so I used foam board and contact paper and made a lovely wall decor. Now I can appreciate the space that I spend a lot of time in.
And I actually use it to stick things up because it's foam board, right? So you can stick things up on it.
Worked like a charm. And as you can see, I create a lot with foam board. You can also see I use foam board to make a useful camera mount for a top-down view or overhead view, whatever they call it.
So I put my phone or my camera right here.
Along with foam board and contact paper, I also used paper towel roll.
Very strong paper towel roll, 2 of them,
and jump rings to hold it up. You can be very creative with foam board and cardboard. Don't let their flat, simple look fool you.
I'm glad to say that the organizing and cleanup is complete.
In this room, we share hobby space, furnace, more hobby spaces, and even more hobby spaces. And finally, laundry can become very disorganized. Here are 4 tips to keep yourself organized in any room. 1. Place things back in their designated place immediately after each use, or at least soon after. 2. Keep like things stored together for easier locating and access.
Number 3, do not purchase a lot of the same things. Do your inventory, purge out with the old. Number 4 is the one I want to tell you. Number 4, the floor. If you want your room to appear neat, and I said the word appear, even if it isn't, keep your floors clean. Keep it neat. Keep it swept. Keep the dishes and the books and your clothes off the floor. Because when you have a lot of junk on your floor, it will make your room look messy. But if you don't have anything on your floors, and even if everything else is in a disarray, your room can still look neat. So that is the secret, okay? I wanted to apologize because I really wanted to get my copycat cardboard Bodabra done, but unfortunately, this room was a mess because it is winter and the furnace goes off and on all the time down here. And it gets on my nerves, so I can't really record a lot because it's so loud. So anyway, I tend to do a lot of my work upstairs in my kitchen, and then I have to bring stuff upstairs and downstairs, and then I kind of leave it in here, and I say, oh, I'll clean it later, and then it became messy, right? That's why you have to clean up right as you go, and so it was very messy. So I wanted to clean it up, so I didn't get a chance to do the Bodabra because I really wanted to keep everything clean. So if YouTube in, next time, next week, next video should be on the copycat or my copycat Bodabra. So I hope you see me then. I won't say I'll see you then because I can't. I don't know why they say that. They say, oh, I'll see you next time on. No. Hopefully YouTube in, you see me. Okay. So thank you, and I look forward to you visiting my channel next time.
Stay inspired. Watch clever home hacks and feel good ideas every week on Domestic Mix.